Grand Rising, and thank you so much for joining us on the global virtual Teen, Tweens, and Tots contest right here on the Higher Learning Network. And I will be joined today by our very own executive producer of the Female Solution, in which we are broadcasting simultaneously. So you hold on and we'll be right back. Call a friend, text a friend, let them know that the Teen, Global Teen, Tweens, and Tots talent contest is on and you can vote.
And you're watching CTV on the Higher Learning Network. Yeah, right.
And you are definitely at the right place to get your head right, because we're being joined by the Female Solution. We're broadcasting live, and you can call in at 727-731-5192.
Women have the power to transform this world. We can end crime and violence if we all agree to do one thing: share. Let's share our wisdom, share our time, share our talents, share our finances, but most of all, let's share our love. This is the Female Solution.
Love you on Windy City Live. Yes, we do. Tell us, how did all this happen? How did this come about?
Well, I play me. I play Val Warner in Chirac, which is really cool. So when people see this movie, they are literally seeing Val, and I am a reporter in the movie.
We talk about the violence, but what can we do personally?
I think we got to be engaged, and I think engaged in a number of things. In our block, in our home, in our neighborhood, we got to be engaged. We got to fight the issues. We got to fight a government that is abandoned, whole communities on the south and the west side. We got to fight a governor who's cut out every youth employment program, who's cut out violence prevention programs, who's abandoned our communities and the poor and the vulnerable. And I think we got to reach out to our brothers on the street and love them and respect them and help them, not just demonize them.
I'll just say like this. First of all, give you the history of coming to Chicago and telling my jokes as a young cat. I'm 37 now. I started about almost 15 years ago. Elroy taking me under his wing, let me do some jokes here and there for the radio stations and all that kind of stuff.
I learned that no matter what you do and how much of a genuine heart you have, and if you're coming from a good place, people are going to criticize if they don't agree with what you're doing.
Yo, what's up? It's your man Tony Schofield from 106.3 Chicago's R&B, and you are watching Men on Higher Learning. Now, I used to hang around with some men that was into some higher learning. It just wasn't that kind of higher learning, but I got myself together now, okay?
What is it that you do in your quiet time, in your meditation time, that allows you to bring us the films that you do?
I sit courtside in Madison Square Garden, world's most famous arena.
And you're watching CTV on the Higher Learning Network. Yeah, right.
Well, I guess the cold wants to keep us out too. Because it is cold outside. Thank you so much for joining me today. I'm your host, Zelda Speaks. And we are being joined by our executive producer of the platform, The Female Solution, which we are broadcasting simultaneously at the same time, same place. And that would be our very own Dr. Naima. Latif! I'm practicing my singing. Don't sing. Don't do that. So I'm speaking it into a song. Naima. You know how when you go on a comedy club and let's say, coming to the stage, Arsenio. That's where I get that from.
You know, one of my bucket list things I want to do a comedy routine someday.
You and me both. Oh my God, maybe we can do it together.
Comedy, we got to do that.
I've always wanted to do that, but I'm not funny, so I don't know how that's going to work.
You're probably funny without trying to be funny, because you probably go and speak and stuff like that. And you're just talking, and people laugh, but you don't think, wow, this is like a comedy routine. You're just talking, and they're laughing. So I want to go someplace and speak with the intention of being funny. So that would be exciting.
Okay, yeah, that would be. Because they have comedy clubs. What Monday night is open night.
Oh, I'll have to. Yeah, we're gonna have to explore that and go one night and
I learned from someone else that you really need to go and just watch before you do anything else.
Ooh, that's a good idea.
Yeah. So I'm very good at watching. When I will have the nerve to get up on stage and be funny, that's another show.
Well, I always wonder how people's family feels. Because, usually you tell jokes about people and your family and stuff. I always wondered how comedians' families felt when they talked about stuff happening.
Not good. Not good. I can tell you that. I look at a lot of comedy. As a matter of fact, that is part of my therapy, my self-therapy, because the last thing that you absorb at night through these portals is what you take on the journey with you as you're sleeping.
Oh, I gotta tell people who watch horror movies at night and then wonder how come they're having nightmares.
I ain't calling no names. So I'm like,
wonder why.
Hey, look at that. I'll be waking up in the middle of the night screaming. What's wrong? What? Where you at? Who? What is that? No, I can't do that. So I make it my business to watch Sinbad or Chappelle. There's another guy. He's new. He's real funny. I can't think of his name, but I know I'm going to sing. Anyway.
Yes.
Laugh before you go to bed tonight, because laughter is healing. And there's a lot of damage going on in these vessels that we carry around called the body, because of all of the negativity that we put in our mouths. We think it's food, and it's a food byproduct. It is not a food. So you got to calm this body down at some point. And the way to calm that down is to put a little laughter in it, because laughter is healing.
Yes.
And we are always in the healing process, whether we know it or not. And speaking of healing, how can you heal when you cold? You can't cold. Now, today's show is labeled as the Teen, Tweens, and Tots Talent Contest, but because we went out to feed yesterday in this frigid weather, I saw some babies out there.
Oh, no.
Our babies have no business on the street. That means they're being neglected at home or some kind of conflict situation. And I was like, I have got to bring attention to this, because it hurt me to see those little girls there who I suspect, and I may be wrong, I suspect there may have been some
Abuse,
molestation going on. Yeah, because kids don't run away with nowhere to go.
Yeah, and not dressed warmly, and you can tell when people are not prepared for this weather, and they're wearing little jackets or
no shoes, no socks,
no
walking on their pants. I was like, baby, why are you out here? My mama and my daddy gone, my daddy in jail, my mama this, my mama that, and it's like, okay, I see why. I would love to take you home with me, but we have certain protocols that we have to adhere to. And so the first thing for me to do was to call someone. So I called someone, and I don't know if they were down there or not, because I went back and I didn't see them. So maybe they went and helped them. But I said all that to say this, excuse me. No child should freeze to death. No human being should freeze to death, but especially
to death.
A child. And these girls were no more than 12, 13 years old. Children don't run away from home for nothing. So Spirit put it on my heart. This is the Global Virtual Teens, Tweens, and Tots contest, but we are responsible for the children.
We have to advocate for them, especially those that are living in situations and they can't do anything about it. I mean, they are young. They don't have resources. All they have is whatever parents or guardians that they're living with. And if those people are out of order and abusive, what do they do? What can they do? And if they run away, where are they going?
Yeah. Where are they going to go to? That's the thing. Where are they going?
A lot of times you get criminalized for being out past curfew.
And there's a new curfew out now. So what do we do with it? Do we take them and lock them up and then institutionalize them? That's pretty much where it's going.
Yeah. How is that helpful?
It's not helpful. It is all part of the strategy to continue to remove our children from us. By any means necessary, so that we can put them back in a modern day cotton field, working for free, $1 an hour, and it's in an institution.
That's what jail is. That's what they do. They use that labor, and that's how they have maintained slavery. So we have to protect our children from that. And if you're an aunt or an uncle or grandparent or even next door neighbor or a lady down the street, and you know that the child's in distress, if your child has friends, I mean, I've had friends that have been put out the house and had to stay with a friend whose parents just let them stay because they knew that the household they were coming from was chaotic and disruptive. And so they just provided that safe space for them. They just did it. I know a lot of people that grew up that way. They grew up in families that weren't their own, but people who just decided to be that mother or father or aunt or uncle or grandpa or grandma for them when they didn't have functioning parents, and they were able to survive. And so if you're that person, if you are willing to open your heart and your home to somebody, it might be a young person, and maybe, you don't want to do it officially and go through all the DCFS and everything. Just let them spend a few nights so you can sort things out. But don't let anybody out on the street freezing to death in this weather. If you can provide some kind of safe shelter, do that.
And you have to listen to your spirit guide to tell you who to let in.
Always.
And how long to let them stay there.
Yes.
Because there have been situations where it was challenging. I'll put it like that.
Yes.
Yeah, it was a challenge. So we have to be mindful of the work that we do. Because if it was up to me, if I had a big enough place, remember Soul Food back in the day, I'd bring them all over there.
Yeah.
I'd have security on every floor.
Had to have security.
Yes, ma'am, on every floor.
Well, see, the thing is, eventually you discover why a person may have ended up in that situation.
Yes.
There's behavioral issues. It's not always drugs and alcohol, which is apparent. Sometimes it's emotional things that they have not dealt with, and it makes them difficult to live with.
Yep.
And they don't see it in themselves, and you might not see it in the beginning, but over time it manifests and you think, oh, how long can I deal with this? So always listen to spirit, because the spirit knows all of these people and will tell you, okay, look out for this, or maybe you shouldn't do that. That's how I make all my decisions. I consult with the higher power that sees all, knows all, and will tell me if I ask.
You better say that, yes, ma'am. And that's one of the wonderful things that we learn as we age and we mature. You see and hear things that you didn't hear 20 years ago.
Right.
You because you've learned to quiet yourself and spend some quiet time. And wonderful thing about that is that the children, especially the children at Betty Shabazz International Charter School, where we teach podcast training. The children are geniuses. They already know. They haven't downloaded all the negativity that we have learned over the years. They're still sweet, kind, loving spirits. They have not been damaged by our
I appreciate that school. I really appreciate that school for helping raise my child. And I see the difference in her. I mean, you're standing up in a school every morning reciting a pledge that says, we are preparing leaders and workers to bring about a positive change for our people. That gets into your brain. You're saying that in that school.
Yeah.
I see how my daughter's life has manifested that. It makes a difference what you put in the minds of your children. I'm just so grateful for Safisha and Hakeem Madabuti and all of those on the staff there and the founders who have made that institution transform the next generation. I really see the difference.
And they are transforming. I was like, wow. I always heard of the Betty Shabazz International Charter School, but I never went there, so I didn't know what the students were like. I just automatically assumed they were all little geniuses because they were at the Betty Shabazz. And I was right.
Yes,
I was right. So I want to thank you for introducing that opportunity. And right now, our viewers who are business owners have an opportunity to not only make some money, but save some money. So we're going to take our first message break and we'll be right back.
If you're like most small businesses, despite your hard work and rave reviews, you struggle to find new customers or ways to grow your business. Accessing goods and services at the right price is also a challenge. But it doesn't have to be that way. Meet iTex, the small business trading community. As the largest barter network in the country, we help businesses like yours find new customers and grow their bottom line and find advertising directed towards local families, which he pays for with, you guessed it. When you join iTex, you get access to valuable products and services in hundreds of categories, and we help you along the way with advertising, multiple directory listings, email blasts, trade director assistance, our convenient 24/7 iTex mobile app, and online access on itex.com today by visiting our website or email info@itex.com.
And you can get $100 to go shopping right away. That is all you have to do is mention the promo code ZELDA. ZELDA. And for those who wonder why I say Zelda, Richard Pagini, always giving thanks to the ancestors who came before us to make our way possible. When we were both on Dusty Radio 1390, he was going off the air and I was coming on, and people always say, is Zelda there yet? Is Zelma there yet? Is Zelda there yet? He's like, no, her name is Zelda.
I bet they remembered your name then.
Yeah, so that was too funny. So that's why I said, so you can get $100 and go shopping right away, but you must mention my name, which is the promo code, to get $100 and go shopping right away when you join. This doesn't get any better with that. I thought I'd share with you. Also, I want to share this with you. We don't know what to do with that stress, especially as it relates to worry. I was once a worried about everything, and I finally figured it out with some training. Yeah, I've been certified with the American Society of Training and Development, National Speakers Association, and a host of others. But none of those organizations helped me stop worrying. They just gave me validation for the public to see what credentials I have. So the credentials I have now are from life experience, and I've learned how not to worry. And you can learn how not to worry too, because it is indoctrinated in us to worry. We don't have the answers, so we think the worst is going to happen. Well, I got a solution to that, and that is the Worry Workshop. And that is available to you as well, because we had a marathon last weekend for Mama Africa's house. And this weekend, we're having a marathon for people who are cold sleeping on the ground. When I saw those babies, I was like, yeah, talent is awesome, but we got to get some money for these babies, because we need, you hear me saying we, because I'm part of that group. I've been homeless. I know what that's like.
Be surprised how many people have had an experience of not having a place to lay your head. And I tell you, it's a humbling experience, but it also gives you some empathy, because not everybody out there is a drug addict and a criminal and all of that. It's regular people. And so we want to help regular people get back their dignity.
Thank you. That is why we have developed on the Female Solution website. It is thefemalesolution.com/dignity. And as you can see right there, let me move this for you. You can see that is the face of my little brother, Douglas Robinson, who was murdered trying to keep warm. Trying to keep warm. Do you hear me? Trying to keep warm. So the work that I do is in honor of him and all those who are sleeping on the street. And we had a wonderful surprise in which I wanted to share that with you. And if you go to thefemalesolution.com/dignity, you'll get a chance to see this, but I'm going to play it for you just so you can see what's going on. Oops. So happy to report that we have a wheelchair for our veteran who is legless and living on the ground. And we're about to go. Tim's in the car truck behind me. We're going to deliver it. Right, Tony? Yeah, right. Right, Tony? Right. We're not delivering anything. We don't have the capacity or the money. Too heavy. We got young folks. Thank you for sharing. Okay, now
imagine being legless and homeless. I mean, how horrific is that? And people are out there with all kinds of situations.
Oh, yeah, they are. And as you can see, this is like a little compilation though that YouTube did. If you look in this second one right here where let's go to the first one. The first one right here, you go down, you see this? They're trying to take the wheelchair out of the van. It took three men.
Those are heavy.
They are extremely heavy. And it took two of them to roll it into the building, because you see the one right next to it. They had to roll it into the building. But this is just more. Well, yeah, this is a lot of what's on our YouTube page. So I ask you to go to our YouTube page so you'll get a chance to see exactly what we're talking about, and the fact that we are still feeding people in this cold. Now I'm gonna be honest. I didn't go out there today. I ain't trying to die. I'm trying to live, so I gotta stay warm so that I can do the work that I need to do to continue to help them. So with that being said, we started this project, and I got a call from Pastor Lawrence Lenore, and he says, Zelda, I want to help any way that I can, because he's a regular on the show every first Monday, and he says, I want to help you.
Proud to be doing at the Higher Learning Network with Zelda Robinson is helping those that are unhoused, people that have to sleep out in the cold, in tents, under bridges. All of these people are not criminals or addicts. People just fell on misfortune in life and they're trying to find their way back. Now, I know a lot of our church people pray for them, and that's great. I commend you on that. But we're going to go one step further. We're going to ask you to adopt 2 homeless people. Adopt 2 homeless people at your church. And we're going to be interviewing some of the unhoused, homeless brothers, sisters, and families that have children out in the weather. We're going to be interviewing them and asking them what they need most from a church family. So let's put our faith to work. Let's show our faith by our action and reach out and help some of those unhoused families and individuals in our community. You can also donate to the Higher Learning Network, which goes out 2 to 3 times a week with cooked, warm, loving food to help feed these homeless families and individuals. God bless you.
And God bless.
Hey, kings and queens, one of the things that we're proud to be doing.
Okay, well, you heard the message already, but I just had to share that with you because I just, it just takes me back sometimes. It's like, wow, somebody sees the work that we're doing and they want to help. Yeah, I love that.
Yes.
It's necessary.
Yes.
It's necessary because the children who are growing up,
when you see them growing
are they
up,
going? Yeah, they're not
out in the
they're
street.
not fully developing mentally and spiritually because they can't get it together physically.
Yeah. Yes. And one of the most important things you can instill in a child is empathy for others. That's what makes people do things that are helpful. Now, when I was a young mother, had my daughter, she was 2, 3, 4 years old, and me and another associate, we would go out and feed sandwiches to the homeless. And I took my daughter with me. I took her with me, and she saw that. And so that impacted things that she did later in life in terms of charitable work and so forth, because she when we would go out, me and my friend Nasima, we would take a couple of loaves of bread, make sandwiches, with bologna and cheese or whatever. And we would take them to people out on the street who usually live on the street. And, I would think about things like, wow, they can't even wash their hands. They don't have, a place to even go to the bathroom. I mean, you think about things like that. But they were so grateful, so hungry. And then one time our mosque donated just a bunch of money, said, well, we don't know any people who need help. So if you can just give people some money. So we took, and I think it was a few $100s. And we were just going around the street to homeless people, give them like a $10 bill, $20 bill, just handing out money. And they said, and one man said, who are you all, the Angels of Mercy? I said, yeah, I guess so. But we just gave out the money,
Oh, wow. I have never heard anybody say that.
There were people who had wealth, but they didn't have access to people who didn't. And they didn't know how do I even give? How do I even find people who need? Because they live in nice homes and well-kept neighborhoods. They didn't see what you see when you go. They didn't see that. They didn't know where the people are who are homeless, but they wanted to help. So we took the money, we passed it out.
Wow.
Yeah.
What a blessing. Who does that?
That was a blessing, And I tell you, the feeling that you get when you give like that, it's amazing. It's just amazing.
And that's one of the things I try to point out, and I don't know if people get it or not, but when you are helping someone, it raises your everything. It does. There is a physiological experience going on from your head to your heart.
Yes.
And it feels like a Kit Kat. A good Kit Kat. A Baby Ruth.
Yes.
Whatever your favorite candy bar is.
Yes.
That's what it feels like. It's like, wow, I made a difference in somebody's life today.
Feel it. You can feel it.
I may have saved a life.
Yes.
And I did it as part of a team. It ain't about me. It's about the group effort because we are all in this together. There's no them, the homeless, unhoused people, and there's us, the people living in a place.
All one.
There's no difference.
There's no difference. And these are just regular people. And there was this one couple, I mean, I was seeing them for simple because I started out when Zakia, my daughter, was 2. And, you know, I was still doing work with homeless people and she was 12. And I saw the couple and I knew because they had a little son and he was 2. And I said, man, they've been out here a while. Because they told me the story, you know, they got a place and they lost it again. And, you know, various things happen. You know, like you always say, don't judge, you know, whatever happened. Okay, you're out here again. I'll help you again. Even though it's been a 10-year span that we've been doing this and, you know, somehow you end up out on the street again. But I knew that their son had to been 12 years old. And they said what happens is that after your child gets so old, they don't allow them in the shelters. So,
right,
especially a male child. And I'm thinking, wow, that's got to be hard. And I guess I don't know, security thing or whatever, but they won't let young males in the shelters. So if you know, if you're a parent with a child, you can't bring your child. I mean, I think this is awful. So they don't have family places where families can stay together when they're in this kind of distress. Nope. And I think of all the single mothers out there that might be teenagers, but they can't get into the shelter because they're teenagers. So where are you going to go? So like the people that you said you saw, things like that happen. You can't get in because you're too old, but you're not old enough to be able to take care of yourself. So where are you going to go?
Out to the streets are waiting on it. And there's so much sex trafficking going on. There is so much chaos and confusion going on. People are just up to here.
Yes.
That's why you can't judge people because you have not walked in their shoes. You don't know what they're going to do.
I don't judge anybody. Boris says chocolate is good. Yeah, that's something. It's good. It's sugar rush.
You got some nuts.
Hey, that can be a lifesaver. You haven't eaten a meal in a couple of days. Yeah,
it'll give you a little energy. That's why we always try to take them snacks too, because you never know when their next meal is going to be. And I ask them, I say, you want a loaf of bread and a jar of peanut butter? Oh yeah. We'll take that. Yeah, you don't know where your next meal is coming from. And peanut butter has saved me a whole lot of days. So I ain't hating on nobody getting peanut butter. You get that peanut butter.
Yeah, for real. I mean, now the survival foods. It is.
Now this is a video of us going underneath that I want to share with the public. Okay.
Let's get ready to see the great big old smile we're gonna put on his face.
We're going to see the veteran.
He is not expecting.
Are these tents, does someone donate those or do they get them from the city? How do they get these tents?
I have no idea. I did not ask. I didn't ask because I don't like to be intrusive. Yeah. I like to go there and help.
Yeah.
And so that's what I do. We have purchased several of those tents.
Oh, okay.
Because they asked for them. And someone told me that someone else came down there and brought a few tents too, because this is what I'm told, that they will take tents. And they sometimes don't always share. Deborah says we are all one situation from being unhoused. You better say that.
Hey, an unexpected house fire can take away everything, and insurance doesn't always pay enough to get you another place. And it could happen in a moment.
I've been in a fire twice. I know what that feels like.
Ooh, that's got to be traumatic, but it can happen. So
yes, so
that's what you learn. Don't look down on anybody because it could be you next week.
And I thought I loved fire because I'm a Leo, right? Sun, all that, till I was in a fire. Don't mention the word fire to me, okay? Mention chocolate. I can resonate. Deborah says we are all one house. One
situation from being unhoused. Yep.
Turn your nose up at them folks, because some of them folks, you could be one of them folks.
That's right.
So you want to keep that in mind. Now, also keeping in mind, I just missed my second break. We do have a promo from Naima, in which she is going to tell us about if you want to advertise your business here on the Female Solution, you have got her right here, and she can tell you.
There you go.
Oh, where'd it go? There we go.
Yeah, you can go to thefemalesolution.com/advertising right there on the website. Yes. And that way you can pick whatever you want. Yes.
And you decide what you want. That's all you need to do. And while you are there, be sure and do some other things like what I'm about to show you here. If the computer quit acting crazy, okay, computer, come on now, work with me here.
Yeah, you can talk nicely to. I've learned that everything is alive. So
yes,
make sure you
thank you for telling me that, and I now know that. And okay, and we'll be right back. If you're not growing your own food, do you really know what you're eating? As you can see in the bottom left-hand corner, there are my seedlings, and they're getting light, and they're growing. And this is my tower garden. And as you can see, the water is coming down right in there. And as soon as the other seedlings grow, they'll be able to get daily water too. So now I don't have to be concerned with an outdoor garden because I have an indoor garden. And the seedlings are growing. And this is the lights because there's no sun outside today.
My name is Zahra Qadri. I'm the Executive Director from ZAM's Hope Community Resource Center. And you are watching...
On the HlnTV Show, station number 9 on all streaming platforms. Period.
Oh, exquisite! They are just awesome. Period. About this, Naima, we went there to teach. You are officially a teacher. I'm a trainer, so I'm used to training. I'm not used to sitting down, listening to children. I'm not used to that at all. And I just sit back and I was like, oh, okay. They taught me a thing or two. All right.
We always assume that children don't have intelligence, but they are actually. I mean, we're all old souls. No one is young. We've all been here forever, and sometimes they come up with ideas we wouldn't even think about. Because they think fresh, new and fresh ideas, different. They see things differently. And you'd be surprised what you learn from the mind of a child. Like, oh, I never thought of that. Oh, wow.
Yeah, they have taught me a thing or two. So I am very grateful for those young, old souls who came into my life to teach the teacher something.
Yes, that's right.
Because it definitely taught me. Now, while you are here, and even when you leave, this is where you can always go to get updates about the show. This is our blog, tumblr.com, HlnTV Show. And I'll put that up in a minute. There's lots and lots and lots of information on there. Just scroll down. You'll see, oh, there's jobs for journalists. No, I don't want to join. there jobs for students, I should say, who want to become journalists or want to be in the journalism field. You don't have to be a journalist. And those are past shows. But I want to go back up here to this one. It says Stephen Hibbler, the Stepping King.
Ooh.
Yeah. Who has made his transition. Now I'm going to take that down so that you can see his face, so you never know who he is. He is the uncle of Deborah Wright, my best girlfriend, who passed a couple years ago. He just passed. They found him super relaxed, and they have raised $800 of 1.2K, over $1,200. So you'll see that information, and that's Steve. That's Uncle Steve. Such a joy. If it wasn't, he was the only man I could step with before I met Tony. That allowed.
You married your stepping partner. You know, people do that. It's like, oh, if we're in sync this way, that means we're in sync in other ways. So dance is very important.
Yes, it is.
Flow of energy when it's balanced and equal. Like, all right, you'd be a good partner.
Back when I was stepping, I'm not doing that, right? Hip, ankle, thigh issues. So no, I ain't doing that. But when I told him, I said, I don't do the formal stepping, but you just lead and I'll follow.
Ooh, see, that was a good sign for him. Oh, she follow. All right.
Yeah. And that's the only time I follow a man. Trust me. So he would allow me to do what I do, and he did what he did, and we did it together, and we just stepped and we just
Hey, see,
when I sat down, somebody else would step up because he would step with all the ladies, because everybody wanted to step with him because he was so smooth.
He married his stepping partner too. But
he didn't have a partner. He had many partners because everybody wanted to step with him.
Oh, he was.
You know how when you go to an event and there's a birthday and everybody lines up to dance with the birthday girl or the birthday boy. Mm-hmm. He was that for stepping. It was just waiting on him.
But you know that being able to dance together. I remember in college, I had my little favorite dance partner, Derek, and we just get on the floor and we were just always in sync. And I'm like, you know, it just was a thing, you know, it just somehow there was harmony. It's almost like a telepathic connection. You just knew how to move the right way and the right time and everything.
Yep.
It's something scientific and spiritual about that. I'm sure it is. Somebody gonna explain it one day, but yes, it is.
It's a science. And I've been thinking of doing, I'm gonna keep that to myself right now. Everything you need to tell Zelda. Some things you just need to keep to yourself. I think I'm gonna keep that to myself.
With them thoughts.
Spirits. You might want to keep that way till you get ready to do that. Okay, all right. So I just had to share that with you. And Stephen Hibbler, gone but not forgotten. Always with us. Stepping King, miss you, my man. Miss you, buddy. But I know wherever you at, it's a long line because they waiting to get up in there so you can step with them too.
Yeah, it's a party of them. Telling y'all, they having fun. You have no idea.
It's a party, y'all. It's a party. So, thank you.
Yes, it is.
If you want to contribute to his GoFund, please go right ahead. And if you want to contribute to the Higher Learning Network nonprofit, it is tax deductible, where you can see some wonderful things that we will be bringing to the podium on Monday morning. Mindfulness. Yes. And it is all going to be where? On the female solution.
Yes.
And the female solution is where you need to go. See, because y'all talk a good game. Y'all say y'all like the show. If you have not subscribed, and I know you've already subscribed to Higher Learning Network because you're here, but if you have not subscribed to the Female Solution, Naima, I need you to tell them why they need to.
Because they're going to get daily programming that is enlightening, inspiring, and empowering. So we want you all to make sure you like our Facebook page, and every day we've got the upcoming shows, and we're on twice a day. We are growing and expanding rapidly, and we are on Monday through Friday, 7 a.m., and then again on 7 p.m. That's Central Time, Monday through Friday, and then every Saturday and Sunday at 12 noon. Now, tomorrow, Sunday, we're going to introduce you to another sister that's going to be sharing that Sunday spot, and she is a powerful educator, and I'm excited because we just got to talk about what we need to change about the way we teach our children. So she is going to be bringing us some powerful shows, and I'm excited. So come on back tomorrow, 12 noon, and meet her, and you will be glad you did. We have such impactful shows, and every day of the week you can get inspiration. So, you walk around with your phone and you're scrolling, and then you have all kind of garbage going into your head, like you mentioned, you're watching horror shows at night and everything. But you can get some inspiration every day from the Female Solution, and you can get a sense of empowerment because we show you how to do things, and we show you people who are doing things. So just in case you thought the world is going, what the hell in a handbasket, as they say, no, it really is not. We are in the labor pains of a new birth. A new earth is birthing. And so if you ever had a child, you know what that labor feels like. It's kind of uncomfortable. But
we even have a called Uncomfortable. Tell them about that. That's Wendy, baby. That's Wendy Williams.
Yes. So we got folks that will tell you some things, and we want you to every day tune on in so that you can see and hear those who are giving you a message. There's Monday, of course, you got Monday morning mindfulness, and then you've got
at 7 a.m. and it's
7 a.m. And then sharing the Monday slot every first and third Monday evening is Heather Bird, and every second and fourth is Mercy Seat with Yanaya E. More spiritual insights. And then Tuesday morning, you've got Gathering of the Griots with Asada, and in the Tuesday evening, What Woke Looks Like with
I love that.
The Spiritualist. And then I'm there in the morning with Reconnecting the Family. And in the evenings, we've got again Wendy and Aaron with the Let's Get Uncomfortable show. And they have some uncomfortable conversations, and they're two lawyers that talk about some things we need to talk about. And then on Thursday mornings, there's the Master Force, and of course Mushemsut, Master Force Coaching. She gives us some masterful people to help you master your mind, your heart, and your spirit. And then you've got some powerful teaching in the evenings with Bridget, and she introduces you to people who have taken an idea and a concept and turned it into an organization with nonprofits empowering worlds. And these are people who have some skills to take a vision and incorporate it and create an organization that provides a service that changes the world in which we live. And so she introduces you to who they are and how you can do it too. And then on Fridays, we've got our own songbird, Cinnabella, with Coffee Break with Cinnabella. And of course, she's had some really outstanding artists, singers, actors, and even intellectuals. And if you missed the last show, you may want to go back and see it again, because she had one of my favorites on A Powerful Mind Among Us. And every show impactful and inspirational. So tune on in. And then Friday evenings, there's On the Case with Chinta Strasberg, the quintessential journalist, investigative reporter, and she's going to be on the case every Friday evening, 7. And then on our Saturdays, we go across the water and get you more of what's happening in the world with Global Talks with Xana, live from London every first Saturday. And through her, we've been to Ghana, we've been to Zambia, we've been to Nigeria, we've been out in the fields with the farmers, and we've been out in the corporate world. And she has some fabulous guests and let you know dynamic people all over the world that are making the difference. So tune on in to Global Talks with Xana.
Get your passport ready.
And then the second Saturday, we're going to be bringing to you a fresh new face. And this is a sister who has got her act together and is helping us to get our act together too. And of course, we want you to tune on in to that second Saturday. I do believe that I thought I put it up there. But one of the things that you just saw her on, you saw if you saw her last show, she actually had Asada on as a guest. But she has a podcast, and now she's expanding to be a part of the Female Solution. Oh, I know which page you're on. You're on the whole thing, but there's this
There's a team of whole.
Yes, the whole team. Yes, but she is going to be bringing to us some very powerful information that will inspire us and also get us to discuss those things that might still be hurting us, that we're struggling with. And so much of our journey is a healing journey. So we're looking forward to introducing to you that second Saturday in February, which just happens to be Valentine's Day. And we'll be introducing you to Kasaira. Conversations we don't have, escaping Jezebel's web with Kasaira. Yes.
Is she up here?
Let's see. She should be that second Saturday. Let's see.
Friday. Actually, I'm on the page, on the advertising page.
Yeah, well, the first page she's on. Yeah, just scroll on down. Yes.
Okay, but why don't you just talk about this advertising page real quickly while we're here?
Yes, and then of course, I'm going to make sure I wrap it up with Deborah, who's on the third Saturday and tells us all.
Absolutely,
takes us all around the world. So
that's our passport. That's our passport, ladies.
Yeah. So if you don't know how to get around,
now you know.
You certainly not. Now you know.
There she is. There she is.
And
that's not Naima. That's not.
Yeah. Here's Deborah coming up. And then, of course, on our fourth Saturday, here you are with our global virtual teen talent competition. And then our first and third Saturday is Cecily McLennan. And of course, she has, again, taken us all over the world. She was one of those that spent years in Ghana raising a family, and now she's got global connections and is bringing us some very powerful insights on how to connect with people across the world, across the continent, and do things like farming and imports and all of the things that can create a healthy economic society. And her show is From Sea to Systems with Cicely. So you got to tune on in every first and third Saturday, and then you're going to meet on the second and fourth Sunday. You are going to meet Michelle Renea with Education Nation. So we're looking forward to introducing you to that.
Love it.
So this is our fabulous team. And then we have an opportunity for those of you who want to reach our global audience with your products and services. Just look at your bank statement, look at your wallet, look at how much you want to spend, and pick an advertising package that meets your budget. That's all you have to do. It's not hard because there's something for everybody there, and you can be on every day. You can be on several weeks. You can be on a whole month, several months, or you might just have one show that you want to sponsor, and that's okay too. We got something for you as well. So go through the advertising packages, A, B, C, D, E, and F. Each one gives you an option. So all you do is just look at what you can spend and go for it, because it's an investment that's going to give you great returns. People need to know who you are and where you are, and they won't know unless you tell them. And that's how you do it. You advertise. You keep telling them, because every break we take, and this is not like where they just throw in ads randomly and people just hit skip so they can get back to their show. We will pause and let you know we got a message for you coming up, so your ad gets attention and people stay and listen to it and watch it when we bring it up on the screen. So that's what we do for you.
And this is Chinta Friday's page. You can internationally known journalist Chinta Strasberg. So we are going to have her. If you want to advertise, you can advertise on Monday through Friday, and Saturday and Sunday, or it's your choice.
Or any one of the days, or all the days.
Any of the days or all the days. You're absolutely right.
Go to thefemalesolution.com/advertising. Very simple. Thefemalesolution.com/advertising. There you go.
Okay, and closing thoughts as we are about to leave the day.
Well, one of the things we want to remind you is that people are in distress, and we have developed a way to help them, and we'll tell you more about that. But of course, you can go and take a look right now at thefemalesolution.com/dignity. And dignity is an acronym. I love acronyms, word that stand for stuff. And this is one of those acronyms that remind us of what we want people to have, and that they often lose when they are in distress because they have no place to lay their heads. We want them to have dignity, and dignity stands for what you're going to do to help in this cause, and that is donated items giving new inspiration to you. So go to the page and donate and buy, because the money is going to go towards those who need your help.
100%.
100% goes to help.
Not
who are unhoused.
As a lot of, I've learned, I've been watching a lot of YouTube videos and watching a lot of unhoused videos and the nonprofits that help them, and I'm discovering that 90% of the money that they collect goes to administrative costs. Ain't no administrative costs here, none.
Right. All the people who are working are volunteering their help.
Volunteering.
All of the money that is raised through the sale of clothing items goes toward those items that people need who have nothing and need to rebuild their lives. So this is totally an act of love. And if you've got nice things that you don't wear anymore, maybe you've changed sizes, or maybe just don't like it anymore, and it's cluttering up your closets, why? Let it be a source of help and enrichment for those who need heaters or all kinds of wheelchairs, all kinds of things that are needed when you have nothing.
Thank you.
Make it mean something. Make those clothes that you're stuffing in bags and drawers and closets and you can't even fit it anymore, let it be a source of empowerment for someone else so they can get back their dignity. Donate it.
Got it here. Real simple. So if you give, so shall you receive. And I hope you receive this message in love and honesty and integrity and dignity.
Right. Go to thefemalesolution.com/dignity.
And that will be on our blog, tumblr.com, HlnTV Show. And you can go there about 5 minutes because right now it's over and out. Thank you for sharing. Thank you for caring. Come back here. When's the next show on, Naima?
Oh, well, of course, today is Saturday. Tomorrow is Sunday. Going to introduce that new host to you with Education Nation. Michelle Renee.
Education Nation. Watch Good Nation. Yeah. Stay on purpose, stay in power. We'll see you tomorrow morning.
Yes.
And tomorrow night.
Yes.
And then I'll see you back here on Monday Morning Mindfulness. Stay on purpose, stay in power. Stay tuned to more of Higher Learning on the Female Solution. Thanks for sharing and thanks for caring. Share this video. You'll be glad you did. And don't.
Uh-oh.
Women have the power to transform this world. We can end crime and violence if we all agree to do one thing: share. Let's share our wisdom, share our time, share our talents, share our finances, but most of all, let's share our love. This is the Female Solution.
Oh, what a beautiful morning. Oh, what a beautiful day. I got a wonderful feeling. There's a handsome man coming my way. Oh, there is a handsome man coming my way. Hi there. What's your name?
Hi.
What's your name?
My name is Tony. And what I want you to do for me is, if you have Xfinity TV, tune in to the Higher Learning Network Tuesdays at 6 p.m., Wednesdays at 1 p.m., Xfinity TV channel 19. Peace out.